Hi everyone, this week our topic for our videos is forms, and forms are useful when working with databases because they aid the user in entering the required data, and they also help a user to understand data because usually there are fields that are labeled that they enter data into. There's guidelines and a lot of times placeholders and that type of thing that help with data entry. Most people find that forms are much easier to use when working with databases than using queries. This week my topic is working with layouts. So I already have my database open. I am going to right click on the Scratch form and open it in layout view. It just so happened that the field list popped right open because I was practicing, but normally you would come under the design tab and hit add existing fields. Then this opens. Also right up on top here, if the tables aren't showing, you hit show all tables. Okay, so the layout view is kind of nice because it gives you a visual to work with and to kind of rearrange your form if you would like. So I'm going to grab some fields from the field list and put them onto my form. You can move it around if you make a mistake, like I didn't want that right there. I'm going to put this here, just grab a couple quickly, put them over. Don't want to take up too much of your time here. Okay, and we'll put the phone on here also. Okay, so we have this here, and one of the first things you can do, you can take these and kind of move them around. I'm going to take the vendor name here and put it underneath vendor ID. I'm going to move this around. We got our address there. And at this point, I'm going to click on here. I'm going to go under my Arrange tab. Then you'll find some more tools to work in this view. And right now, I'm going to select the entire row. And you can see it's selected. It shows up in yellow, and then I want to put some spaces above this row, so I'm going to hit insert above twice and I get 2 spaces here. So that's kind of a nice little handy thing. So now I'm going to deselect that. The next thing I'm going to do here is I'm going to drag over a couple more fields. I want to rearrange this, so I'm going to go like this here, and let's see here, I'm going to split this. You can split tabs as well. I'm going to split this horizontally. If I hit that, I can split that. So now I'm going to just move these over and kind of move this over here because I'm just rearranging this whole thing. You'll see what I'm doing in a couple minutes here. So we kind of moved a few things around here, and okay, so right here you can delete. We can delete a row. We can pick this row here. If I right click on this, I can delete the row. Right there, takes it right out. And so I'm going to move a few more things around here. Instead of having this here, I'm going to move this over here. Oops, that's not going to take it. Okay, I'm going to take this. I'm going to delete that and just move this over. I can move the state up here. You can kind of resize things if you want. Like say I want to resize this a little bit, I can go like that. See, it gets smaller. I don't want this. I'm going to right click again and delete. I decided I don't want this on here. You can delete this as well. You can move this up. And then you can see how this looks here and say, oh, I would rather have address for this label. If you double click on something, you can edit it. So I'm going to do that. Oops, and I'm going to spell it right. And then, you can close your field list pane here. And like if I don't want this form to be as long, I can go ahead and select rows like we did earlier. And then right click, and I will delete the row. And I'm going to delete this row. So I think you're kind of getting the idea here. And I'm going to delete this row. Okay, so now I have my new form. It has these fields up here, has a couple spaces that we put in. We've got the vendor's name and then the address right here. So thank you all for listening, and then of course you would want to save the form, which I'll do right now. I just right click on here, save, and then close the form. So thank you for listening, and have a great week, everyone.